Welcome to the Generation Kids Daily Devo podcast, where we move from wonder to worship, looking for God at work in the world around us, ready to ask the tough questions and discover what His Word has to say to us. Today's episode is titled, When I'm Poor, I'm Rich, and it comes from me, Casey Taylor. As we talked about yesterday, this week and next week, we're going to be taking a look at the Beatitudes that we find in Matthew chapter 5.
Hey, check this out.
Yesterday, we took a look at the why behind the Beatitudes.
Why?
We saw that God desired glory through the character and behavior of His children, as they let their light shine before the whole world, so that as they showed and demonstrated behavior that honored God, those around God's kids would think, wow, those people are really great, kind, and caring. I wonder why they're that way. Which is an opportunity to share and show the love of God that we've been shown. Today, we're going to get into the actual Beatitudes themselves. Now, if you've been with us this semester, you might recall the first Beatitude was a Beatitude that was meant to bring blessing and encourage those who recognize their dependency on God over their own effort or ability. We see this clearly in verses 1 through 3.
Seeing the crowds, he went up on the mountain, and when he sat down, his disciples came to him, and he opened his mouth and taught them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 5, verses 1 through 3.
Imagine with me for a minute, a beautiful house, stocked full of fun things to do, yummy things to eat, cozy places to sit or lay down, and all the most incredible things you could imagine. Now imagine with me that you know the owner of the house. In fact, your family. He loves you, cares for you, and even provides for you. He's invited you to live in this incredible house and wants this house to be your inheritance someday. Basically, he's telling you that you're as good to him as his own child. But you, with all your ability and capability, your intelligence and your hard work, decide, nah, that's great, I'm good. I really want to be in this house, but I'd rather find a way to get into it on my own. I don't want you to invite me in. I'd like to earn my way in or break my way in. The offer was on the table for you to just come in, but you heard the invitation from the homeowner and thought, I'm better than to need an invite. I'll just earn my way in or break down the door. This is what it's like for those of us who come to God with all that we have or have done and expect entry into the kingdom. God looks at us and curiously reminds us in this passage that those of us who want to come in have to recognize that they can't earn their entrance. They have nothing of value to offer God to pay for their way in. It's free or nothing. He's letting you in or you're not getting in. Because, by the way, these are super reinforced doors, so you can't break or force your way in either. This is what it looks like to be poor in spirit. It is a humility before God that says, I can't do it. I can't earn my way into the kingdom of God. I can't force my way in, and I need for you to let me in because I want to be in. God doesn't want us to be hopeless about getting in, but instead to place our hope in Him. He's not trying to keep us out. He just wants us to honor Him as the giver and keeper of the kingdom, as He invites us in, that we'll take what's been freely given and not try to come in with our effort or our force. When you think of heaven, or as the Bible calls it, the kingdom of God, do you imagine doing enough to get in? Do you think of life as a scale where you balance all of the good versus the bad, and by having more good than you have bad, deserving entrance into heaven? Matthew 5:3 says that the kingdom is for those who are poor. Poor not in a literal sense, but those who admit that they have nothing to give or to trade for eternity. It's either He lets us in or we're locked out. Listen to this verse again. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Do you want to live in this eternal kingdom, His eternal kingdom? Then come to Him with the key that He gave you, not the effort of your own hands. What is the key? It's the promise that He's the only way. We can't do it without Him. This is what it looks like to be poor in spirit. So be poor in spirit that you might be richly welcomed into the kingdom of God through Jesus Christ.
Now it's time for
Today's Big Question!
Today's big question is, do you ever find yourself thinking that your efforts will make you good enough or might have made you too bad to be worth a place in God's kingdom? Let today's verse move through your mind and ask God to let it change something in your heart, that you might be able to live free of working for your salvation, and let Him save you by Jesus' work on the cross, not by your own efforts. He is enough, or nothing is enough. He lets you in, or you don't get in. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Thanks for listening to the Generation Kids Daily Devo podcast. If you want to keep in touch with us on all our social media platforms, check out the links in the description. And if you'd like to help support us as we continue to create meaningful content for kids of all generations, please subscribe to our Patreon by visiting us at patreon.com/wearegenerationkids.